Greetings and welcome to another Kaladesh Remastered traditional draft. So, there is the rare, double colored, but it's a nice card. But then again, the commons don't have anything that interesting, but we do have a Winding Constrictor. So the question is, because the pick is between those two, they are the best cards in the pack, is this just better? Both are 2/3s, this costs a little less. And is it going to be easier to gain value from this? I mean, of course, every deck plays some non-creature spells, so you can expect to drain some amount of life from your opponent, and free drains are of course very nice. Draining 2 is not nothing, it's quite effective, but I think I'm going to have easier time to kind of try to synergize with the Winding Constrictor, so I'm gonna go with that. And now the Fretwork Colony. It's not necessarily a card I'm interested in playing. It can just backfire. I would need to have something like sacrifice outlets to actually be kind of safe to play it. I mean, there of course are some. And then again, it is a nice combination with the Winding Constrictor as well. The other option would be to pick like an off-color card, this Imperial Voyager for example. But this is a nice card too. I think I'm maybe rather trying to not pick these, and I take these just in case that green-blue is more open than green-black, for example. The commons here are not that great, so I'll take this Voyager. And the Oath of Ajani is not really that great of a card. It's fine, but not amazing. I don't think I'm gonna pick a green-white card. I already have 3 different colors in these 2 picks, so I have to start making some decisions about my colors. I mean, probably green if it just would be open, but what else? The card is quite, the pack is quite weak, in fact. I mean, none of these white cards are really that great, and that I don't have a white card picked. This boost spell, not great. This unbridled growth, not great. Nothing to combine with this counter synergy except for that, but it's different wrong colors. I guess it would be like the Serpent or the Goggles. I think I might take the Goggles. It has a maybe slightly higher upside here. So green doesn't seem to be open. Too bad my first two picks were green. So now it's time to actually start to move away from green, I think. The Revoke Privileges and the Midnight Oil are the 2 cards I'm looking here. This is just an all-around good removal spell. This is quite nice card advantage spell. I'm not really sure which one is the choice here. I guess it's more fun to play with this rare. Yeah, sure. On the other hand, I think white is quite open here. That's actually, I have been past a lot of white here, so maybe I'll just take this Revoke Privileges and assume that white will be open here. Let's hope I'm right here. Well, at least there's no black card of interest, so that's something. There is the Renegade Rallier, of course, but green definitely isn't very open in here, so I'm not sure if I want to go that route, because the best card in the pack is the Aether Chaser if I'm not gonna pick this Rallier. So I think I might kind of move to... This is also an Artificer for the Goggles, so I think I might move to red-white here. After all, green just doesn't seem to be open at all. Yeah, and then we have here a white-blue good card here, and well, there is this Infiltrator. This is quite a mess for now. I mean, this is just a random 3-drop. You can get these kind of cards easily in the draft, so I think I take the best card and try to see if I can go white-blue. I guess I have picked every color now, but I don't lose a lot by missing out on the 3-drop there. So here we have Disallow, which is kind of fine because it has the flexibility to counter also abilities, not just spells. And then there's the Aether Inspector, which I'm not that great fan of, but it is an artificer for these goggles. And I'm not a fan of counter spells in limited in general. Maybe I'll just pick this thing. And there's another goggles. There's also a red card which is kinda okay. There's the implement of examination. But I think I might want to try. I have like 2 artificers here. But this other one is of course red. I might not play red. I think I still like the goggles here. I try to take now a lot of more artificers. The infiltrator is maybe not the ideal 2-drop for me, so I will take the inspector, even though I usually don't like these, but now that I have double goggles, it's actually making a lot more sense. A lot more sense to pick it. I guess I'll take the ice over in case I end up blue-white. Yeah. And here we have ally evasion. And not much else. I think I'm gonna play white here. And there actually, we have 3 actually playable cards here. Although I'm not that sure about the blue necessarily, so I take the excellent sideboard card. Well, now I got a blue card, so maybe it is. I'll put this thing on the sideboard. I don't like that. Okay, so I do have now. Okay, nice choices here. So, considering blue, I have like a 1 quite nice blue card and 2 like fine blue cards. And that's it. And this pack doesn't really have anything. Like, there's no white or blue card I want to be picking in here. But I do have a red dragon here. And I do have the restoration Gearsmith. But I don't really have any black other than this. And this thing requires green as well. I think I might as well forget the green and put the green cards away. So, and there's also welding sparks for the red deck here. I'm actually not sure. The Red Chaser is quite nice. This or this. I think it's slightly more likely that I play red than black, so I'll take this, and I think their dragon is better than the removal. Okay, here we have, well, still nothing great blue. And there is the revoke privileges. I think I'm gonna just pick that, because I'm going to most likely play white. And maybe I can get like this, pick 10, and then I would be able, because this is an artificer, so I'm interested in those things. But from this pack I'll take the revoke privileges. Oh, there is an artificer, but there's a Thopter arrest, which I'm definitely picking up. Plus I have 2 of these already. I don't want to have too many 4-drops. Yeah, easy pick here. And here we have Aether Chaser. Yeah, it's easy pick here. I'm playing red-white, I'm pretty sure about that now. And I try to maximize the goggles here, so this is an excellent 2-drop anyway, and this, yeah, as a bonus it is an artificer. And we have at least 2 artificers here. The creature curve is, I have 2 and 4 drops, no 3 drops. I guess I take the 3 drop now, because I can't play too many 4 drops, even though this flies, it's nice, but I take the 3 drop here for curve reasons. And we have a mana fixing in here, and not really anything that I want to. I mean, the other cards are not cards I'm interested in, so definitely pick the dual land. Makes it slightly easier to get the colors working. So curve is, I think, fine. I have here 2 artifacts and a couple of ways to create artifacts, so I have some triggers for this genius, and I also have ways to make the regent cheaper to play. A dwarf pilot, edit trail, hawk, puzzle knot is not interesting. I think I'm going to take this pilot for 2 mana, 2/1 first strike, and if I happen to pick some vehicle, it doesn't really hurt to be able to give the first strike. I think I prefer it over the Eddy Trailhawk. And well, here is an artificer, but how many artifacts I'm gonna have? Maybe I don't really lose much because the Eddy Trailhawk is like not that exciting. I take this just in case I end up with a couple of more artifacts, but I might not main deck this. It's possible I'm gonna cut this. So let's see, 2 artifacts, and these things can create a token. These things can create a token. And it is an artificer, so it works with this goggles quite nicely. We'll see. The Bastion Mastodon is actually a card I might play. I don't have any 5 drops in here, and these tricks are just not anything I'm looking for. And well, I guess I can consider it a Rebel, although I don't usually play it. I could also take this for the sideboard, but I rarely sideboard this in. The 7 mana is so much. I think I'll just take this, but I will put it on the sideboard because I don't prefer to start with it. I hate to attack this to some... If opponent has a 3/4 and I don't have anything to... any boost spell or anything, it just kills itself. And 3 mana 3/3 is not strong enough, I don't think. So there is a mobile garrison and another of these inspectors. I don't think I want to play too many of these inspectors, and the garrison is quite fine, and I also already have the wait a minute. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna have that many artifacts. I'm not gonna play this. I play the inspired charge, but probably from the sideboard. How about another one of those? How many creatures? 9. I take the trick instead. So yeah, I mean, I have this ace here, so it might be nice to synergize with the mobile garrison there. Here we have, well, a lot of good options. I don't think I'm gonna play a 3rd goggles, but there are, like, this champion is great, Fairgrounds Warden is great, this isn't that great. I don't have that many instant or sorceries. Well, no, definitely only 1. So it's gonna be the Fairgrounds Warden still, because it's just very nice removal spell, even though it could be just temporary. I would like to pick this one too, but maybe this time I just take the removal. I also didn't have that many 3-drop, at least 3-drop creatures, so... Metallic Mimic is always nice. Well, we have here a lot of good cards. So this is gonna most likely be like an artificer. This is also nice. Eagle is nice, but I think I take the Mimic. It boosts my artificers or whatever I want to choose, but that's usually gonna be an artificer, I think. So here it is gonna be, I mean, I could take a 3rd goggles, but I think that's a little too much. I have only 11 creatures here, so I need to pick a creature, I think. And it's probably going to be that, I mean, not necessarily a self-assembler. I just take the 2-drop in here. And now we have a reasonable 5-drop in the Aeronauts. Again, this card not good, but this Aeronaut is good, so let's pick that. And this thing, yet another artificer, but there is a welding spark, so... Okay, so these colors are not now very open. It was the correct choice to move to red-white here, definitely. Pick 5 welding spark is a very late pick. So currently at 13 creatures. I don't think I want to play this LA evasion if I can avoid it. Okay, wow, I mean, again we have Hungry Flames here, and we have this Renegade, which I would like to definitely pick here, but... And this wouldn't be bad either. I hope all the packs have some playables to me, but I'm taking the Hungry Flames. It's just such a good removal spell. And unfortunately, I guess I could have picked a self-assembler there at some point, but well, I didn't, so I'm not gonna pick it now. Unfortunately, this pack doesn't have that great options here. I don't think I like the puzzle not too much. I have one of those picked. I guess I'm just gonna take the tampering for sideboard. And well, this is interesting. This is a very nice boost spell. There's also another Artificer here, but I guess I'm gonna take the boost spell and play it instead of the ally evasion. And Pyrohelix or a Bastion Mastodon. How many expensive cards I have? I have like 2 5-drops, 2 4-drops, but that's about it. I could take the Pyrohelix here. It can be useful against some, yeah, from the sideboard. And I got the Mastodon here anyway, so good. Because I might play actually 2 Mastodons here. And here's nothing I'm interested in. Hijack, I guess. And yet another one of those, but this goes to sideboard. I'm not gonna play 3 of them. And yet another. So yeah, colors were open in pack 3 at least. It's gonna be a red-white deck. So let's see. Pyrohelix. I'm not sure if I'm gonna main deck that. Let's put it there for now, after all. And these things I'm not going to main deck. Because I have like 2 Mastodons here, so no. And here we have... I'm gonna just cut the ally evasion right away. Then the rest of these cards. Seems pretty nice. Basically, I'm cutting 1 card in here. Six Artificers and 6 Dwarves here, so I have some options for this Metallic Mimic. Okay, so my 4 slot doesn't really have that many cards. So I'm definitely playing both of these Mastodons here to have some late game in here. And I think I'm gonna play the Apprentice. I have here 6 artifacts and few ways to make more artifacts. So do I have like I have 14 creatures. I think I want to play the mobile garrison. It's okay. So this is my creature curve in here. Is there some spell I would want to cut? I mean, I guess if I want to cut a spell, it would be... I mean, all of these are spells, but non-creature spell. I think it would be the Chandra's Pyrohelix. I quite like the Invigorated Rampage. I think it's a very nice boost spell. Because I'm not that excited about cutting a creature in here. I have only 14. So maybe I'll take the Pyrohelix. I cut it and I will side it in if it's something that's gonna have a decent amount of targets in the opponent's deck. Yeah, this is it. This is the deck. So I have a bunch of removal, like 5 here. It's a good amount. A trick here. And these equipments that can make my creatures slightly more threatening. I have a lot of these 2 power creatures, but at least I can equip them sometimes for free. And I have here late game power 2. I don't have like 4 drops that many, but it's not really something you should prioritize in drafts. A lot of 4 drops isn't really necessary. Alright, so it's going to be, well, it's as even as it can be almost. So it's gonna easily be 8 plains, 8 mountains. So with this I have 9 sources. I will have 9 sources for both colors. Yep. So not the best hand possible, but still definitely keepable. So am I gonna play a 3? Okay, now that they have this thing, I wanna play this. That I mean, yeah, I can make a token, but the token is pretty fairly useless there. So I'd rather play this thing that can't be blocked by the Skygate. They need to play something else. Well, that thing can't block it either. So mobile garrison. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do here. I'm taking 2 damage. That's no big deal. Although the Skygate will of course be an excellent blocker for every guy. Okay, they're playing this thing. Interesting, interesting. I don't think they can really go off with this thing. I think it's just a waste of card. Okay, that's a good one. They have all artifacts, so... But they can block the garrison, so that's kinda sad here. But at least they can't block the infiltrator. I'm just figuring out what I'm gonna play here. I could just play these things here. No, I'd rather drop the goggles and then this chaser, I think. But let's attack first. Yeah, there's no really... I don't need to play this ace, it doesn't do anything here. At least they don't have any attack other than the ornithopter here. Okay, so this infiltrator actually turned out pretty darn nice in here. So... I don't think I want to welding sparks anything right now. I think I'm gonna attack with both. They do, unless they have a trick of some kind, they can't block this profitably. They can only block with the Skygate and I get the free token there. And if they have some kind of trick, I will have the welding sparks available and then I'll just play my 5-drop flyer. I don't really care about the 5 life here because this definitely is not a race situation. This thing has reach, but of course I can get some value because when it's of 1-5, but it can block this 4-3 and take 4 damage, and then post combat I will just remove the Chief of the Foundry, although that didn't seem to happen. Nothing I can do about that. They get a scry to the top, so something reasonable coming up. That is very reasonable. That's the card that they can actually use to win. They have to, but they have to exile this infiltrator here, and I need to see if I can. Let's see, I can kill the Chief of the Foundry. I don't have that great attacks here. But I guess they're gonna have to jump block with the ornithopter. That's at least something. Do I want to play the chaser instead? Yeah, I don't need this first strike for this guy, no. So this is gonna be played in here. Yes. And decline this thing, and then I will crew this thing, and I will attack with everything too. Johnny, of course, but do I kill this right away? I think I'll just kill it right away. Yeah, otherwise they can block this 1-1. Now, yeah, I'd rather have not them. Yeah, I'd rather not have them block the 1-1, so they will at least lose 1 loyalty. They can get 1+ from there. Because they're gonna jump block with the Ornithopter. Let's untap this. Get the token. They're gonna jump block with the Ornithopter, and Ajani will be at 1 loyalty. They will get some cards in here now, but that's. But then I should be able to kill this. It will be at 3 loyalty then. Let's see how many they have. 2 Cloud. They don't have the mana for that, so they have a Chief of the Foundry, another one of those. That's a good one, but they can. Oh, that was bad. They also drew that thing. Oh, that's nasty because they. Okay, well, it happened, but I wish they didn't draw or have this kind of. But because now they can also. Well, let's see. I don't need this. Oh, now they will have 3 blockers again. Oh. And the problem is they get the boost for those guys. Okay, that is great. Phew. So I'll do this, and then. Okay, I got lucky now. I got lucky. So everything attacks Ajani. Don't care about anything else. And the Rampage will be good. Okay, so there's actually. Yeah, this is gonna be great. So wait a second. This will actually be a 4 power guy. So it will deal. It will trample over 1 damage. So I don't need to, and then I can just, but everyone is going to, okay, definitely, because everyone is gonna go to Ajani, so I don't have to care about that. I will just boost this and this to get rid of their team and to get rid of Ajani. So that invigorated Rampage was crazy good there. Now they can't really. I don't think they can. Well, they can still draw, for example, the blue source at some point and play the Cloud Blazer. But this thing is not gonna be good enough. But it is actually surprisingly good in blocking my. Yeah, actually, it is very good in blocking all my 1 toughness guys. Interesting. So they're at 19. That means that I can't really start sacrificing my guys here. So if I attack with the Chaser and the Mobile Garrison, they will block 1 of them. And then they will take 3. So it's in fact better to just equip this garrison with this thing, because now I can actually get 4. So that was a good draw from them. 2 attackers. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I should have equipped this, but it doesn't matter that much. So yeah, this was nice. They can get an artifact back. Alright, well, I mean, the draws are very good, and I have here. Well, at least I have that. But I don't have any attack here now. Funny. Not even with the Mobile Garrison now, because I can't equip it if I want to cast this. Yeah. So let's see if I'm gonna actually. They can get something back with this guy, and well, let's see. This can get vigilance, then I can do this thing, do this thing, attack with these guys. I presume they're gonna jump block with the assistant here, get something back. they want to scry. And then I can just equip this to here, for example. Okay, let's scry then. They choose bottom. And this is, I guess, I mean, not even sure how good that is. I get one more 1/1 with it, of course. But I think I want my heavy hitters here, not the inspector. Yeah, for example, this, and now I can get rid of this thing. That's actually funny how relevant this thing was in here. So definitely I'm just now doing like well, actually I will just use, yeah. Actually, let's be smarter here. Do I have mana to do everything I want? Let's see if I do it like the, I think I do. So now I can use this for this, and then I can do like this, and now I can attack with everyone. Because these all have first strike, so they don't have any good block here. They can jump that thing, and well, they can do that, it's fine. They still take a ton of damage and lose their guy. Okay, so the 1/4, now they got that, but I think that is too late. They will gain some life here, of course. Maybe even 2 more if they can find a spell they didn't. So yeah, I have these 2 ones, and they have this. I mean, I guess several good blockers for it. Well, not so sure. But anyway, they 1/4. That was bad. So there are a ton of artifacts, so I will sideboard in my artifact hate this thing, and fragmentize, where is it? Here. Inspired charge seems like something I might be interested in here. The apprentice, maybe not that much. Maybe the inspectors aren't that great. Maybe one inspector should go away, and I don't want to lose that many creatures here, but I do want to play this. I mean, I have to cut some creatures because I already sideboarded in. Maybe the mobile garrison isn't that great, but it's quite good. Maybe the 2/1 first strike. Okay, maybe I'll cut that, but if I want to play the inspired charge here, I need to cut something more. The apprentice, I guess. And then I will have only 12 creatures, I mean 11 creatures, but they don't have that much removal. I guess this is quite bad against their high toughness blockers. So let's have this inspired charge here. Pyrohelix didn't seem that great. Yeah, let's just have it like this for now. Did I cut the mobile garrison? I don't think I did. Did I misclick something? I don't actually, I'm not sure anymore. Well, this is a keep. The infiltrator is the MVP in here, it seems. That's not an artificer, so I can't get the free equip here, but let's see if there's anything worth tampering with. This will be a 4-3 if I equip it. Well, that is certainly worth tampering. Now I have a tad too many lands here. So now they got something that can block this guy, and I actually don't have here anything. I guess I'll just leave it to block the 1-1. Now that's nice for them. Do I just have to use the inspired charge here to trade with the Wanderer? Well, with these draws, that's like my only option. Far from ideal, but I had to do something here. Now I hope I draw nothing but non-lands for the rest of the game. Okay, multiple of those things. I mean, I saw 2 of them in the... They have a lot of artifacts here. It's funny how good this infiltrator here is, but I can't really raise again that thing. And I mean, I have 4 lands here. I have what? 4 spells in here and 9 lands. That was a bit sad. So Pyrohelix still doesn't seem that great. They have a lot of good artifact synergies here. I mean, not necessarily the Ornithopter, but the Scrap Trawler, 2 of these at least. Built to last. I can't just cut any more creatures here. No, I don't think. Mobile Garrison. 3-4. I mean, I guess I play the Mobile Garrison because these 2 ones can get so easily kind of outclassed. Then at least I can crew this thing. So yeah, let's try this and maybe draw like this dragon or something. At least not as many lands as in the previous game. Okay, the Mimic is great. I'm probably gonna say Artificer in here. This thing is an Artificer. So it will be a 4-3. Let's do that right away before any attacks. All the colors, but no place so far. Sadly, that isn't going to... I can't do anything about that, so they did have a play after all, and a pretty good one at that. This is not an Artificer, but it's gonna be a 4-3 flyer. That is nice. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a reasonable attack here, but I do have a reasonable play in here. So let's hope the flyer goes the distance. At least one of the Skyway's shot has been used. But they have of course 6 cards in here, so they can easily have an answer to the aeronauts here. That's not anything I care about. Welding Sparks. I could get rid of this guy, but do I want to? Maybe they have, I mean, they could have like the, what's this? Impeccable timing, or anyway, the thing that deals 3 damage to attacker or blocker, so I do like this for now. And hopefully they don't have anything like malfunction or something. It's fine. That's good, but doesn't do anything to my flyer. Okay, so this is when any artifact. They don't have anything there, so I probably just kill it. Yeah, there's not really anything else to do here. I will kill this before this starts recurring something. There is the other mode for this spell too. But I didn't have lethal here, because I could actually... Well, I will have a lethal next... No, actually I won't. They have life gain here. Because I could just use this as a... But I don't really think I necessarily want to do that. I'll just kill this troll here. If I had more ground attackers... Oh man, that's bad. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, yeah, I get to get rid of this, but it's still gonna be so bad. But yeah, if I had more ground attackers, I would have, of course, considered at least saving this to the falter effect. Use the falter effect. Here I can't double. Ideally, I would have land to play 2 removal spells and kill this right away. Now I will have to actually... I'm afraid I have to lose the metallic mimic here. This doesn't have trample. I mean, I can kill the wild wanderer and then kind of force them to jump block there. Actually, a better idea. I can... Yeah, now I know what I'm gonna do here, I think. Well, no, not so sure. I can just attack, then use both of these. Man, this Ajani is so good. Revoking doesn't do much. I would love to just remove these and equip these and then attack, but then they jump block and then they can get a lot of value out of this Vajani. Can't really afford that. Can't let that happen, I don't think. So here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, they did block with both of them, but it doesn't really matter here. It doesn't really matter here because I can still make this a 6 power guy and I can kill one of them, so it's a... They will lose 3 cards, I will lose 3 cards. I mean, I will lose only 2 cards here, but I already lost 1 to Ajani, so this is what's gonna happen. Like so, and then I will kill. It doesn't matter. This one. But I will lose now. Well, at least I have the Mastodon here still left, so that's something. And the revoke privileges, but I didn't get much value out of this Lord effect because I didn't really draw that many artificers. So this, okay, fine, guess. That's good, but needs a crew 3. So I do have mana to do all this stuff. This can ping, but I can equip the goggles for it. So let's see if they have a 3 power here. They did not. And Hungry Flames is gonna be great too. Activate this. Let's see what happens. Sure. That is a good one. But something I can kill. EOT. They can play some other spell, gain a lot of. Oh, this is actually a nice combination with this thing. Yeah, they actually. Yeah, that was huge. Well, yeah, now they got so much life that I can't win next turn. I can revoke privileges from that thing though. Yeah, drawing 4 cards here, that was quite nasty. Token and token, okay. So so I'm gonna kill the artisan because I want to have this. I want to force them to. I would have to. Let me see. If I kill this. Force them to. It's only 2 damage though. I would want to leave the revoke privileges for something that actually can crew this big guy there. I'll kill that. Well, that was actually quite nice, because now they can't. They can't block with the High Spire Artisan very efficiently. And also this 6/6 is gonna be. I mean, I will have 6/9 here if I equip this thing with both. So that's quite. If they don't have removal for this, this can actually be quite problematic for them. Okay, that is good. That's gonna be a 7/7 then. Okay. Don't like that. Okay, they're attacking. That is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That was. Okay. Yeah. Now it's bad. Man, that was. But I think when they drew so many cards with the flyer, that was a very good turn for them. This is sadly not very good. Okay. I can only like revoke this thing. They still have a lot of. They can tap 2 of these, deal. Oh, this is. I'm gonna just lose this game now, am I? Yeah, I am. There. This. Yeah, they have gained a lot of life here, but the reason that they are winning is not because they gained a lot of life, but they drew a lot of cards and had the hunter weak for my guy. And my dragon is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I was kind of relying on having this Bastion Mastodon to survive. Now it's gonna be just way too bad here. Yeah. Yeah, I need to draw an artifact removal for this guy, and I'm taking it. Am I just dying here actually? Yeah, I am. Well, that was it. Well, they had a lot of artifact synergies in that deck. So the panharmonicon that doubled the triggers they did. Yeah, there's blue-white flyer that drew them cards and gained life. That was the huge point, but then they also got some other small value out of that, so it worked out nicely for them. They basically never ran out of cards. That was the reason they were able to play relevant things each turn. Unlike me, I couldn't really follow up with that. This is a nice hand though. Very nice. And also this dragon now made an appearance. That would have been very helpful in the match number 1. But now I have my 3/3 first striker, which is sweet. The dragon will be quite cheap. Unless they remove this guy. Well, they didn't remove it. Okay. So I will make... This will be tapping for the improvise, and then I can make a token, so the dragon will be a 4-mana spell. Most likely here. And I kinda could leave a blocker, double block for this thing. But it doesn't make sense. I can just try to raise here. Because I get the dragon next turn, most likely, so I will take this 3 damage from here. Probably 2 more. Maybe not. It depends on if they want to tap their would-be blocker here. Alright, that's gonna draw them a lot of cards, so... But at least they don't have it now that great. They have to... Okay, they are racing. I don't think I would necessarily race in here, because they're bound to win the long game here. But this is very good for me, of course. And I won't attack with this thing. I'll just play the dragon right away, and then I can just attack here. The equipment, of course, works, no matter whether it's tapped or not. So now the hand size is 5. So they might have removal for the dragon, but I still have the Bastion Mastodon here as a 5-drop. Why would they do that? I'm not gonna block it if they have something that they can use to deal with. Oh, and they have that. So. But yeah, this can be actually 8 power now. What does it mean? I don't have... If I could re-equip this guy, then I would actually be having lethal in here. This doesn't have trample. This has trample. Because yeah, if I had 1 more mana, yeah, I can drop this now, but this could deal 8. And then if I could make this a 2 power guy, they could only block 1. 8 plus 4 would be 12, but that doesn't work now. So if I can't win this turn, I don't need to pump this too much. I will just play the Bastion Mastodon here, I think. Another option would be to pump this once and play the Aether Chaser, but I don't think I want to do that. This is gonna be a good blocker anyway. And soon they are gonna have a 0-size hand, so when I have perfect information on my turn, it's easier to make decisions. But of course they can play a bunch of stuff here still. They can get rid of the flyer, and they also have a blocker for the flyer. They can jump block once. Okay, they made that thing pre-comp. They didn't even try to... Well, I guess they want to leave everyone as a blocker. And they didn't even care about this. They could have had this blocker there, and well, I guess the Midnight Oil would have... Well, I don't know. I couldn't have made any reasonable ground attacks. I guess that the Mastodon could have attacked by, but it would have just traded there. Okay, what did I see? Skyskiff, Midnight Oil. No more artifacts or enchantments. Fragmentize might be something I want to play. What is the least useful card? They have a lot of these big guys. I think I want to I have to play some kind of boost spell in here to be able to push through. I think Inspired Charge is gonna see play here. And maybe the Infiltrator. I don't know. Guess if there is. Maybe the 2-1 is not that great. Do I want to have the Fragmentize? I guess not based on the 2 things I saw. This hijack could be useful, but maybe when I'm on the play, I will be most likely on the draw. I will do it like this. Because they have so many of those 5 mana things, it could be useful to hijack one of them and remove a blocker and deal a bunch of extra damage. So opponent is thinking about whether they should play or draw, or then they went AFK. They are on the play. I have a reasonable hand here. I mean, I'm lacking a 2-drop here, but removal, dragon. Can't go that wrong with it. Turret, so they can slowly. Yeah, okay, that's something, I guess. I guess I leave my other removals for the big guys, and I can just burn this thing in here before they can use the mana on anything. But this thing only does like damage. Of course, it creates energy for the other cards too, but I'm not so worried about the damage dealing capabilities of this card. And here I'm gonna just or am I? Let me see. I could just revoke its privileges as well. I don't think I want to play the garrison in here. That would mean that they get to deal 3 to me. I mean, if I play both of these artifacts, then I can play the regent next turn, but I think it would be safer to... That's no artificer. It would be safer to just do it like this. Now if they get rid of the warden, they are gonna get the energy back from this thing, but I guess it's maybe not that relevant. Okay, I'm gonna discard the mobile garrison for sure. It does mean that I'm gonna need to draw land or cheap spell here, but I'm not gonna lose my flyers or the removal. That's just makes no sense. Land is good. Dragon Aeronauts. I guess the dragon. I mean, if they have removal, maybe I don't want to have them to actually kill this instead. Although this can gain 5 life. I still maybe play this as a bait for removal. They can easily have like the Daring Demolition or something like that. So now I've forced them to have two answers to my flyers. Okay, is that gonna be a 4/4? Yes, so it's gonna be the dragon here now. I can take this 4 damage there, although they can start actually pinging me a couple of times with this, but I mean, definitely I do this. This is just a 4/4 Trampler. Hunter weak, right. Well, at least I can provoke privileges. Well, no Hunter weak. At least not yet. So... Okay, they gain some life there. That's fine, because... Sky Skiff, not relevant, only 2 power. Well, that's nice too, so I have 5 mana, so I guess I can... I have here 4 artifacts, I mean 4 damage because of this one artifact. So let's just do this right away. Deal 10. They can ping me once and twice. I'm still not gonna be at a fairly healthy life total here, so I think they need to answer my flyers now. That's not gonna be... yeah, that's game. Yeah, big flyers, they are good. Good in limited. So 1 match left here. Okay, this hand can't be kept. Yeah. And this can. Opponent mulligan 2, get rid of the planes. They kept 6. So this hand doesn't have that much going on for it, but of course I couldn't mulligan this to 5. I still can remove something they play, and then I have this 5-drop bigger thing. So, opponent plays a swamp, and then Lookout. So this is gonna drain when it gets tapped, so it's good with vehicles. Of course it's good now too, because it can actually just attack. Alright, so they have a lot of 1/1s. Although this is good against my deck, I have a lot of 1 toughness creatures. Yeah, you may want to decline their thing. Yeah, you have to target something, but you can just decline. It may have a target creature get, so... maybe they don't see that they have to target something and they just will decline it. Maybe they will figure it out soon enough. Yeah, they didn't attack with that though, which is funny. Actually, do I just want to leave the welding sparks up? Next turn, if I play... I mean, I could leave this up and then next turn I can play with 4 mana goggles into this. Otherwise I play this now. Well, I guess this can block those things, so yeah. I can manually equip it, it's not a big deal. There's no guarantee there's gonna be even a good target for the welding sparks, because I'm definitely not gonna kill 1/1s with the welding sparks. Well, that would have been like a sufficient target, but it's fine. So now I can actually do this thing. I have so many lands, I don't need that many. And there's the dragon. Do I just equip it or kill the pillar bug? Problem with equipping is that he can just remove it and start dealing some damage. I can't just actually kill this thing and offer the 2 for 1 here. Yeah. I think I have to kill this anyway because I don't want them to have the lifelink. I don't mind if they trade both of these guys on this. It's completely fine. I will find something to equip with it. Now they at least don't have any creatures here. And I have 2 good creatures. I do need another red sauce for this thing, but it will come. Just don't mind rot me. That would be horrible if they mind rotted me. Alright, so this is fine. Equip that thing for free. And they do have the pillar bug, so... Well, I mean, if they're just gonna jump attack this, I don't care. I will block it if they attack. More pillar bugs. Sure. I mean, that was one of the few cards that I cannot play. I mean, I guess there was the 5-drop Aeronauts too, but quite funny. Do I want to attack? They will attack and they are a bit starved on mana. Maybe I'll just create a token for myself. Yeah. If they want to activate the lifelink, sure, let them do that. It will cost them mana. I guess I could re-equip this, but I don't want to. I want to keep this as a first strike 3/3 guy. Okay. No attacks. I mean, they still don't have any blocks. If they triple block, I can kill this and this with the first strike damage. So let's attack then. And I think I'm gonna play the Mastodon, because if they have a removal, I'd rather them have remove the Mastodon than the Dragon. And again, I'm gonna be a Mind Rot would be very bad here, but I hope they don't have it. Because I don't care about their flyer dealing 3 here. I'm winning the race here for sure. So the Dragon could cost 3 mana in here. I think I still played another Mastodon here. Like so. Because the Mastodons are, I mean, they are as good in this board position as the Dragon. I mean, I could pump this, but I won't be pumping it unless I have nothing else to play. So this is quite fine. Still no jump blocks with the assistant. And so now they need to start blocking with their guys. They are posing for each priority, of course, because they have the pillar bug activation. I don't think they have any spell they are gonna be able to cast profitably with that amount of mana. So now I get to see if they are mono black or is there some other color. It was a swamp. So now they have actually triggered the revolt, so can they do anything with that? Okay, well that needs a bunch of energy to do anything. And they still are racing here, so they need to do... Okay, is this just a win then? I think it is. I think it is. Okay, mono black. A lot of artifacts. Yeah, I don't mind using Fragmentize on these things. Or the Marvel, I guess, if they start to get a lot of energy, it might be slightly risky to keep this one on the battlefield. So Fragmentize definitely going in. And probably the Destructive Tampering as well. And I think because they have those 2/3s, the Gear Shift Ace is going to leave right away. And Inventor's Apprentice as well. I will have 5 Artificers and 5 Dwarves. Good to keep in mind for in case I have this Mimic available. The Pyrohelix would work against the all these, and of course the Flyer too. So definitely getting it in. And maybe I want to. What do I want to cut here? I mean, I am slightly vulnerable to that. Well, this thing, but I have enough, more than one toughness creature here, so I don't need to. No reason to cut one of them, just to avoid getting wrecked by that. So I think I still like to have the Invigorated Rampage in here, perhaps. Although, not so sure. Maybe I'll just cut it this time. They didn't have that good blockers that I need to play that Rampage to get damage through. Mostly the 2/3s were what I saw. I can get through a 2/3 because I have 2 of those goggles, so my 2 power guys can be made into 3 power guys quite easily. So this hand is, well, I'm gonna keep it no 2-drop creature, but at least I can get a 3/5 Vigilance guy on turn 4, and I have some removal for their guys. That requires green. Okay, maybe they have green. That's enough land split, thank you. I didn't want to draw 2 lands in my 4-land starting hand, so if they play something like a Pillar Bug now, I can't even use the Pyrohelix very efficiently. But if they play like the Foundry's creature, I would definitely just kill it. Not gonna wait any 2-for-1 situation. Okay, there it is. Get rid of it. And maybe I have something to play, not a land. Okay, that is good. Get my first striker here. Free equip. Okay, so if they have the Marvel, I guess that's why they are running this card. That would have been good if I didn't have the goggles. Die young, it has died. Let's try this then. I can make it even a 4/7, so let's see if they have another removal. They did not. What artifact is in here? No artifact. And this has Vigilance. I don't even want to play the Fairgrounds Warden. There's no reason to exile any of that stuff, so let's just make it slightly bigger. Get our free token. And I'm not sure if I'm even... Maybe if they have like more of these, I could consider equipping this. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna equip it because I don't want to attack it with it. This being as a 2/3 next turn, potentially. Okay, they just want to block for Don't know why, but they did. I guess that's something I can fairgrounds ward in a way. At least I get rid of their because they have this priority each time. They stop for the priority thanks to this lifelink activation, so I get rid of that, so maybe the game will go smoother. No, they don't have any activation available. Okay, they are jumping for no reason there. Let's kind of diversify this. I can mana. I have mana to re-equip anything here, so let's see what this is gonna be. Actually, that was a mistake. I forgot that I have in my deck. I have the 3-drop Artificer that I can discard a card to draw a card whenever an artifact enters the battlefield. So I'm not gonna play any more lands here. I shouldn't have played this one either, but I didn't remember it. Usually red-white decks don't have reasons to keep lands in hand. Okay. So this is giving counter. So I have how many artificers in here? 1, 2. So I have 3 artificers left, and I have about 3 dwarves left. But this is a dwarf, so I guess I say artificer here. Sure, I can do that. Make it a 4-5. On the other hand, if they have a fine, if they have a Giannis, whatever expertise, then they have it. I could have like equipped the Inspector and the Fairgrounds Warden with these things to not get wrecked by it, but that was quite unlikely that they would be drawing that exact card. Okay, that was it. Not very eventful match 3. So the match 1 looked good, but then they were able to go off with the card draws and life gains in there, so I couldn't win the game number 3 there. So that was the end of this draft. I'll still have a bit of time to play a few more of these. So, thank you for watching, and bye bye.